Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Adham Abou-Shehada and this is ZIN Talk, and today's guest is Nikii Fenton. She is a Zumba jammer based in Fife in Scotland. Now before I bring her on, can you please say hello, say hi, leave us some comments below. We do have a poll on today as well. The poll is it's asking if you've actually attended a ZIN jam session, a salsa rhythm one. So if you just say yes or no, that'd be great. We'll put the results at the end of the show. Now, yeah, brilliant. Let's bring her on. Hello, Nikii.
Hi, Adam. Hello, everybody. How are you?
I'm very well. Really good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Bless you. Bless you. Now, I need you to tell us your life story. Not quite. The ZIN life story. So, how you became a Zumba instructor, how you became a Zumba jammer, etc.
Awesome. Okay, so, well, day one, it was in the 80s in Fife, and I was born into this world. Okay, let's fast forward like maybe 20 odd years. And then I remember it was actually, I think it was like my mother-in-law saw a thing in the paper for a Zumba class back in 2000 and maybe 9, I think it was. I had no idea what Zumba was. I thought, well, do you know what? We'll give it a go. And it was around this time. It was a Sunday night. I remember it was a Sunday night class.
Oh, tonight.
We went, yeah, I know, Sundays, what? We went to the local like leisure centre, and I remember just like loving it. I was in my element because I've done lots of dance before. I've trained in tap and Irish and love dancing. So this was just amazing. Loved the music, and as a few weeks went on, where the instructor maybe brings a couple people up the front to like help out, and I got picked a couple of times, and I was like, oh my god, like this is really exciting.
So we love getting picked.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, this is because like the instructor at that time, your instructor's just like a celebrity. Your instructor's amazing. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm getting to dance Zumba with, it was Jen Jackson. So I remember, big shout out to Jen. And so yeah, a couple of people said, oh, you should do the training. Like, I mean, we are talking, this was when there was minimum 100 people, like in every class. Yeah. I mean, this is back, it was packed.
What year was this?
So this must have been 2009, 2010.
Crumbs, that was pretty earlier on, yeah.
Yeah, and it was stowed out. So I think even in the summer of 2010, I thought, okay, I might like to do this, dance, shake my bum for money. Okay. in a nice way.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, and basically tried to find a training, but at that time they were like super sold out. So this was the summer. It wasn't until November I got booked on my B1, November 2010. And that's been it. That's been it for me ever since. It's been fantastic. And then the whole Zumba Jammers thing, I loved attending jams. My very first jam is, I wonder if anybody out there jammed with Dee McGarity.
Me, I think it was my first jam. Yeah. I actually, the other week, somebody asked me, and I said it was with someone else, but actually I realized I did one about 6-7 months before, in 2012. Yeah, Dee.
Yeah, Dee. There was like Dee and Mimi. You remember they were like, they kind of did...
Mimi, oh yeah. Mimi, oh, bless her, I remember her. Yes.
Dee and Mimi. That was like my first jam. I did a couple with Dee and Mimi as a little double act, but they were just awesome. And then Sandra Harms, can't even say it, Sandra Harms came as a ZJ, and that was awesome. And then we had Natalie Constanti as a ZJ, and I was just like, I love this. So yeah, that was all the choreo session. So back in 2014, there was a call for this was the very first rhythm session, so similar to Ria. I know you had Ria Martin on last week.
Yeah.
Shout out Ria if you're there.
Yeah, definitely. She's down there actually.
Yeah.
Dee was one of the old school actually jammers from the start. You had Diane Falkness, you had David Topol. There was a few even there was a few they were jammers back then. So it was interesting how the Zumba Jam program has evolved since.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So I remember like Ria was saying, I think it must have been around the same time. So Ria was one of the first batch of like reggaeton jammers. And I was not too far behind with salsa when they brought out the rhythm sessions. So yeah, I just had to apply. Just thought, see what happens. And
what
then,
year was that? This was 2013, 14, something like that.
So it's 2014, but like I think Ria had said last week as well, it took so long, the process. It was at least 6 months. I think I trained in Athens in Greece in June 2014, and I got my license like it was December. So I started jam sessions in the January of 2015, and I've been salsaing my way through my ZIN life ever since, peppered with some cumbia as well. Did cumbia for a little while, and yeah, so that's me.
Excellent. What we're going to do is we're going to try and say hello to a few peeps. We've got Angie in there, got Ria, our friend Ria. We've got Kizzy Adams. She says she loves these talks.
Yes.
Yep. Let's have a look. And we've got Darrow. He says yes. Didi McGratty, love her. Yeah.
Hey, Darrow.
Roxy, Janine.
Hello.
Yeah, and Ria Munch said it took forever.
Yes.
I remember, to be honest with you, there was a Zumba jammer candidate that was down this area actually, and it took her forever, bless her. I think, I don't know. I think it took its toll actually on some, to be honest. It's, it's a difficult one being on that. But anyway, thankfully it's resolved, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole different, we had a different, oh God, I can't even remember our name. Like basically our boss. We had like a different.
Yeah, guess who that is? It's your mum.
Betty, Mama Zumba. If anyone's jammed me, you know
Bless.
Betty. You know
your
Mama
mum's
Zumba.
lovely.
Hey. Yeah. So at the time, I think there was lots of changes going on at that time in terms of the ZIN Jam program and the people at home office. But it just has gone from strength to strength. We've got such a great team. We've got, just in terms of like the global ZJ team, my goodness, have we like come together right now? It's been amazing. And just like our boss, Jenny, who is fantastic. It's really, really great. And I think, back when, if it was Dee that was one of the first jammers kind of like to the UK, and it was shortly, and obviously Lena Morku was still
she was
in our
she
team.
was one
She
of the
was like
old school,
one
definitely
of the first old school ZJ. So
what we'll do is we'll try and elaborate more on the ZJ thing actually a bit later.
Yeah,
for sure. Definitely. No, it sounds good. So what specialty trainings have you done? Have you done gold, toning, anything like that?
Yes. So I've done Zumba Gold, I did Vihenda, and actually I also did my kids junior Vihenda, and Centao. I remember going down to Birmingham to do Centao with Donna when they were still doing like live
Centao,
trainings with Centao. Strong Nation, loving Strong Nation. Is that it? I can't remember. Pro Skills, love Pro Skills. Oh God, there's just loads.
Yeah, they're all good. Is there a particular speciality that you use, like you actually got classes for, or one that you enjoy and you think maybe as a future, class, something you might put on your schedule?
Yeah. So currently I teach Zumba Fitness, Zumba Gold, and Strong Nation. I've not done kids yet. Like I've done the training, and I thought I was really impressed actually with the program and how clever it was. Like teaching them about like different skills. It was just super, because I'm a teacher by day. Like I'm a part-time, I teach drama at high school. So when I did the kids training, I was like, this is pretty impressive, should we expect any less from Zumba? Really, they give us, we're so well equipped and great training. So
we do get spoiled, even with the materials. Definitely. Jude, she says, you are a top salsa jammer. You're a star, Nikki.
Oh, hey, Jude, it is Jude's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday,
So
Jude.
a huge happy birthday. And she spent 3 hours of her day at my salsa jam earlier today after already having her own class for like 2 hours. And the morning picture was amazing. So Jude is
Oh,
a
bless.
star. Happy birthday.
And you got a staff as well. She
Oh,
says, whoop,
Steph.
whoop.
She's one of my tappers. Because I teach tap dance. So
Oh, lovely. Yeah, yeah. You do tap.
Yeah, she's got those twinkle toes, does Steph.
We'll have to elaborate on all that soon, actually. So, brilliant. We got all those trainings. Is there anyone that inspires you other than your mother, of course?
Oh, I know. I think in, Zumba land, the biggest inspiration for me is like, I've got to say the participants, like, my participants that come to my classes, and see when you get to meet other ZIN members, it's great. Donna Giffen was a huge inspiration of mine, like doing my B1 with her, and I did Centalo with her, and Pro Skills. I was a huge Donna fan. Still am a huge Donna fan, even though she's not as S anymore, but I think she's fab.
This is a title.
I know. Exactly. She's still
she is amazing.
Human beings, and awesome human beings. And I could go on. You just feel inspired all the time by, seeing different people and different things. And, I could go on. The list is endless.
Brilliant. What's your favorite rhythm then?
This would be interesting, actually. If we had another poll for that, what do you think Salsa ZJ Niki's favorite rhythm is? Would it be A, salsa, B, or
salsa.
Whatever? Yeah, so I love
or
salsa. But
I wouldn't be surprised if you had another rhythm as well, because salsa, obviously you do that as a jam session, but variety is a spice of life, so we can like other things as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. I love like dance hall and some like and reggaeton. Anything with just a great tune, I cannot help but dance. Like it just is, the moves is awesome. Like I just did the R3 training as well. Afrobeat, Brazilian funk. Oh my God, I love them all. So salsa's got a special place in my heart, but I do love some Latin urban reggaeton stuff as well, where you could really like bust a move and get a little bit down and dirty.
Greasy or something. Anyway. Definitely. No, sounds good. So what would your advice be to a Zumba instructor, a new Zumba instructor?
Great question. My advice to a new ZIN member, a new Zumba instructor would be just do you. Get out there and do your thing. Like find the music that really makes you want to move, because you've got to, as instructors, we know that you've got to love what you do. You've got to love the music, and then that just shines through. If there's something that, if it's a chore, if you're not enjoying it, if you don't like the music, there is no flies on your participants.
It's not worth it. Just leave it.
I know.
Yeah,
so just find out like what you like. Community 100%. I mean, there's some ZIN members that I don't know. Maybe there's lots that I've not met, and I know a couple locally. We know you've got instructors locally that don't get out there in the community, and you've got other ones that. Like yourself, you're like such a leader in this community, like creating these, like this ZIN talk. We've got ZComs. Really, it's about building community, and I think that just life in general, whether you're a Zumba instructor or whether you're a farmer, I think it's just community and just connection is huge. So totally, I think we learn, you learn, we all learn and have a better experience, and we do it together.
Mm-hmm. Continuing education, going to jam sessions.
Oh yeah,
salsa jam sessions.
That's a good idea, actually. Go to jam sessions.
Exactly, no, that's brilliant. So, how do you keep yourself motivated?
I would say, I think, do you know when you know what the Zumba buzz is, and at the end of class, you just feel amazing. Like, that's enough. That's enough to get me going.
Definitely. I know what you mean. I mean, we one of the ladies in my class, actually, she became a Zumba instructor, you know, and one week, I mean, yeah, she came in and she was buzzing. She was like, goodness, I knew exactly where what she'd been up to that weekend, you know. I think it's going to Zumba events, going to jam sessions, you know, even trainings. It really gives you a huge buzz, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
100%. Like I remember before before I was a jammer, I had much more time to go experience other things, like in terms of classes. I still obviously keep up and do as many trainings as I can and try and get into as many other jam sessions, which is great. But my class, your class, no. Like, if you've been away on the weekend, yeah, and then you come and you teach, like the Monday, I have to say, right guys, I'm going down to ZIN Academy and I've got this training on Saturday. They knew, oh, Monday is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Because you just feel so fired up. And so again, if anybody is out there that's, you hear that a lot as well, like, losing your mojo and things, and sometimes feeling a bit demotivated. Again, connect, attend things, that's going to get you buzzing. Absolutely.
Definitely. That's brilliant. Okay, is there a funny moment in your classes at all, or even a jam session, one of your jam sessions? Did you have a funny moment?
Oh, do you know, one of the funniest moments in a jam session was when it was down in Bristol. It was with ZIN. Natasha Johnson hosted me for this one.
Yeah.
And this dog ran into the hall when we were doing, and I am not like, was I scared? Yes. Was I trying to cue a little salsa forward and back, and I was like, oh my god. And because it happened twice, we ran out again, don't know where he came from, and then the dog bolted back in again. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean, what else has happened in my classes? Oh, I remember one time I sprained my ankle. Funny story. It wasn't even doing, super quick, it wasn't even doing a fancy move or anything. It was a school trip to a trampoline place, and the kids had to go. The kids were getting to, their wee trip, and they were bouncing the trampolines. And I was like, but can we not go? Like, the adults, the staff, do we not get a shot to bounce on the trampolines? Like, no, it's just the kids. I'm like, are you telling me, and this is when I got really Scottish, are you telling me that we've brought about 40 kids and we can't get a free jump on a trampoline? So I think she was like, okay, go on then, but don't tell my boss. Yeah, and this was 20 seconds, boom, I landed right on my foot.
Oh, crumbs. Okay.
Sprained my ankle. It was just, I mean, first of all, it was so embarrassing at the time. And then I hobbled into my Zumba class. I was not cancelling, have that commitment to my windy.
I know what you mean. I've been there before.
And I was hobbling in. I got a chair set up on the stage, and my goodness, did my pro skills need to come into need to call upon them, because I just taught from it was like this, and I was like,
yeah, Donna Giffen would have been proud, I'm sure.
Oh, I think yes, she would have been proud. But yeah, so that was funny. And then I was always try and get up, and I'd be like, oh no, I can maybe do one side. Come on, everyone, kumbaya, sleepy leg. And then but yeah, nothing too crazy or exciting. Just me and myself at a trampoline park, and hobbled my way and taught Zumba from a chair one time. Dogs coming in. Sometimes there's little visitors. If you're at a community hall, you get little 13-year-old boys up at the back, loving it. So
we've had that before, actually. Yeah, at our local gym, there's a big hall, and they hire it out. And there's loads of little boys, maybe 10-year-olds or something, and they're coming in after their session.
Yeah, and they love it. And I'm like, come in, you.
Yeah, I know.
You come.
Some of them actually run, some of them join. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
Oh, amazing.
Let's have a look. So what is it you love most about being an instructor?
Okay, well, let's be honest. Like, you get to work out and you don't need to pay because people pay you to come, and you get to exercise.
And yeah.
So keeping yourself fit as well, because I actually added an extra Strong Nation class during lockdown, because I'm just like, guys, like I need to work out more. Do you want to just like do another class? And I didn't even charge, because I was like, I really want to do this for me, but if there's no one on the other end of this laptop, it wouldn't get done.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You need some discipline. So what I need is accountability. So my Strong Nation, my Nikii's ninjas, we call them, they came along on Mondays and added that. So yeah, but it's just so rather than like getting to just keep fit, just I love to see people just coming in. You know, your newbies, they might come and start at the back, and then they gradually work their way forward, and then you might get them up on stage, and then I mean, I've had maybe 3 or 4 people attend my class. They've now gone on to do their B1 and become ZIN members, which is really cool. So I really love to see people developing their own confidence and just getting it into a good routine and just loving it. You just cannot beat the energy of taking part in a live class. And just, I mean, I like a bit of a laugh and a giggle. You know, if anybody's attended my classes or have seen me at an event, you know, it's a bit fun, and I'm a bit like, woo, razzle dazzle, and it's just a bit fun. You know, I'm not serious, and I just love giving everybody a wee giggle. So when people are happy, when people are smiling, and when people are just getting to unleash their awesomeness, I love it. Oh, Sonia Morris, I see. This is so, Adam, I'm so impressed. This is so cool, this little setup you've got here. I can see that Sonia has said love Nikii's ninjas.
Sonia's from Nikii. She's a lovely lady, and she was, she's loving the Nikii's ninjas.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's you. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It's cool. Excellent. So what's the next thing? Okay, so what do you love most about being a ZJ? I know we're talking about being a ZJ. I think expand on that.
Yeah, so I think just meeting people. Like, even if I wasn't a ZJ, just I think the whole world of Zumba, I have met so many people, and like being I don't know, maybe just me being Scottish, and I live in like Fife's kind of, it's not like a big city, and you're just a bit like, oh, you know of people, and you know of some people in other countries, but I proper know people. Like, I proper know people that live in other countries, and I go and visit them, and like I remember traveling to do a jam, and the first time I went to Italy was to Sardinia with Sarah Corpino, and it was just awesome. And
she was in the UK for a bit, wasn't she, Sarah Corpino?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she's in London.
She moved to London.
Remember,
yeah. I think she's back in Italy now. But yeah, we met up in London one time too. Yes, she's lovely. We trained together. In fact, Sarah Corpino and Lena Tellis, our beautiful Greek ZJ, who's in the UK now too, we all did our salsa training in Athens at the same time. So yeah, and just meeting people, and you just get to like stay at their house. I'm so nosy. I love learning about other people, and especially other cultures, like other countries. I mean, I love traveling. I mean, I don't know if you could see, actually, I'll show you. This is my wee world map here.
Oh, Mel, that looks amazing, actually. It's wonderful. This is my
kitchen wall, and all of these little pictures are from my travels. So I love traveling. And when you get to travel and you get to meet other people, and because like holidays are great, but see, when you get to experience like a lifestyle and how other people, where they work, where they live, what they do, what they eat, I just love it. So I think being a DJ has definitely opened up more opportunities for that. But I remember attending, it was a ZIN day in Manchester. Oh, this was years ago. This was before the jam.
2012?
2012. Could have been. I remember there was a thing in London, 2012, the conference. Yeah. I remember.
Early 2012, late 2012. There was one in There were ZIN crews. Steve Boot was there. Ricardo.
Yes.
Is that the one? Yeah, I remember.
I think, yes. So, in fact, oh my goodness, so many memories, Adam, are now just flooding back to me because the Zumba conference in London, I remember, obviously, Mama Zumba came with me, but also Darren's mum as well, because they just went out to restaurants and had a glass of wine. Meanwhile, I was like doing all the. So I essentially was there on my own, and I remember going to the Saturday night party just like on my own.
That's you.
I mean, I obviously took me like 5 minutes to meet like somebody else who was also on her own. I'm like, I'm on my own, you're on your own. Shall we be friends? Shall we go together? And that was where
it's
you
not
there.
hard to find friends, to be honest.
I know, like, I mean, you could smell it almost, the Zumbiness. You're like, we can be friends.
or the actually, I wasn't going to say loneliness, but I'm saying being lonesome.
But
you know, you could smell it, and then find others,
never
right?
Been to anything like that. But did you go to the London conference thing in 2012?
I'll be honest with you, I knew about it. I watched that and I looked at the post. I wasn't even a ZIN then.
Oh. But you saw it and then you thought, I gotta get me some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to go and do this training. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that ZIN day in 2012.
Yeah,
the end of that year, I was there.
Manchester. Oh, that's what I was originally.
That was in Manchester.
That's what I was originally going to tell you. I was talking about the ZIN thing. Because the Saturday night, it was like a mini convention in the UK. This was the first time there was anything like this, and it was like a little convention. It was awesome, and the themed party on the Saturday was like I can't remember what it was called, but basically I had this big feather headdress on and this wee pink. I can't believe I wore that. Like, I can't believe I wore it in public. I got on a tube wearing this outfit. I can't believe it. But
we've seen loads of clowns. Not that you were a clown or anything, but we've seen all sorts, to be honest, on the tube.
I was like a show dancing clown.
Wasn't that a tutu that you probably wore or something? Anyway,
but you get on the tube and like about 5 minutes later, there was about another 5 people that all got on that were all dressed the same. Again, I'm like, oh, you must be going to the Zumba thing.
Zumba, exactly. You can smell a Zumba person even at the airport.
It's just so amazing. But yeah, the Zumba in Manchester. I know we've got off topic. I know we're going to wrap this up, but I could be here all night. But basically, the Manchester thing. I remember we got into a black taxi. It was another ZIN member. Her husband had his own taxi, but it was like a black cab,
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, we'll just take that and he can drive us down to Manchester, from Scotland, which was a good 6 hours. So we met in Fife around 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Bundled into this black taxi. I only knew like 2 other people. So there was 4 more, 6 of us, 4 strangers, but there was an instructor, so they must have been all right. So 6 of us all got onto this black taxi, drove down for 6 hours, did the ZIN Academy in Manchester when it was years ago, and it was in that huge freezing hall. That was amazing. Danced all day. And then drove 6 hours back up after in the little black taxi. I mean, if you've never had, I don't think you know what a numb bum is until you've sat in a taxi for 6 hours driving back to Scotland.
I actually flew to Manchester, funny enough. Yeah. It was good.
ZIN day?
Yeah, ZIN day. It was freezing in that place. I think it was the same place in February for the academy. Yeah,
do you know, I just so don't remember it the same. I remember people saying that, and I remember people thinking, oh, it's the same place, and I thought, oh no, like that was freezing. That was like horrible.
It was a huge place, so it would have been rejigged and assigned to some place. So
we were there in February, and I thought, February, it's going to be cold, it's going to be a nightmare. But actually, I don't even remember it looking the same. It looked different. It was not as cold. It was great. Wasn't it? In fact, put in the comments, who was at ZIN Academy in February? That was great, wasn't it? And what's her name? Oh God, I've just forgotten her name. Oh God, she sang sax. How does it sing sax? I could picture her.
Who's that? Is that one person that came to the academy or
Yes, she
something?
was like a guest.
Mm-hmm.
I used to rehearse. She sings sax. She's on the X Factor. I have had a total
Oh
mind
yeah.
blank.
Okay, so it's one of those celebs that they bring on.
Oh,
Oh
God,
yeah, I remember it.
someone.
Fleur, is it?
Fleur East.
That's
Oh,
it.
God.
Now I know what you're talking about. Daryl says it was great. He was at the academy. He loved it.
I cannot believe. I hope Fleur East is not tuned in. I'll be like, I can't. Do you know that? That's because I had a jam today. Like, my thinking has gone, my energy has
Here's
gone
your
to
mum. Your
that.
mum's
Where
dropping it
mum
in.
knows. Bless her, she always gets everyone's name wrong, and her memory is terrible. She will admit that. So for her to remember, and I was like, God, what's her name? There was a girl. She was a singer.
Here.
Anyway.
Sarah Webb was there. She said it was amazing. Sonia and the Nikii crew, they were there. Daryl says they had big heaters in the hole in there this time.
Yeah, well, excellent. That's probably why we weren't so freezing this time. Awesome.
Oh, it's good. Definitely. So, yeah, no, it's brilliant. So, how did you find your virtual classes? Were they, when at the start of lockdown, how did that go?
Yeah, do you know, it was great. I had a really quick turnaround, to be honest. Like, I remember, so up in Scotland, we had an announcement at like 6 p.m. on the Monday, and my class is at 7. And this was when they were saying, oh, we maybe shouldn't have like a social gathering. I was like, oh, I was a bit late to cancel my class now. So I went to my class at 7, and I was like, guys, I think this might be our last like in-person class. So I said, what do you think about doing Zoom next Monday? Like, if you're in for it, and if I could get it set up, because I was used to using Zoom anyway. Like, I used to be on like Zoom calls every Tuesday for a course thing I was doing and studying. In fact, with Dynamite Lifestyle, who are awesome. Check them out. Yeah. So from next Monday, we're set up. We're on Zoom. We're ready to go. And I was exhausted because I did not take a week off, try to set. I mean, Zoom is one thing, and then then you find better ways to do it, and then you find like, oh, this is a better sound quality. Oh, and then if we plug the router, the Wi-Fi, and then we do this. And so, yeah, it's been an ongoing learning experience. And then we had the virtual jams, which was a great opportunity. And the live stream, I mean, holy smokes, I don't know another company that's moved so quickly to get us our own platform to stream, repost like classes and have a live stream. It's been non-stop, hasn't it?
It has been a bit. I think a lot of our participants are just dying to go back into class.
Yeah. We're at that stage now. Do you know, I'm not even going to lie, like my online classes they're not busy. Like, even when I'll put someone ZIN now, and you share the links, there is a whole list of people that I know from classes, they've not been to one. And you don't know if it's because maybe they just don't have the technology, or they don't have the iPad TV thing, however they want to do it. Some people might just not want to bounce about in their living room if their husband and kids are there as well. Because my mum was saying that. She's like, they might not want to do that, or they might not have the space. They might just think, no, through a screen is not for me. They might just be waiting for live classes. So yeah, it's definitely gotten quieter. It's definitely like people are kind of itching to get back to real life classes. But I've got to say, Nikii's Ninjas, Strong Nation crew, they are there every single session. They are dedicated.
Bless. No, that's brilliant. So about the ZJ program, how do you feel it's evolved over the years that you've been a ZJ?
Since I've been a ZJ, first of all, it's been great that when we started the rhythm sessions, you only got 2 songs, you got 2 choreographies, and then you spent like an hour going through all the basic steps. And I'm thinking, how are people going to come back to a salsa session if all they're getting is like 2 songs and we're going through, okay, this is how you salsa right and left, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, there'll be people that have been ZIN for like 10 years that are like, So then, obviously, based on feedback, so whenever you get surveys, guys, fill them out, because Zumba, my goodness, do they listen and they try and fix things. So from that, now you get 4 choreographies a rhythm session. And yeah, the notes have changed, the notes have got better. So many, I can't even think, but I remember back, when it was like the original ZJs go by. We just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the program, which is amazing. I heard that you used to get something like 7 or 8 songs, and I'm like, whoa, in 3 hours.
So Ria told me, that was news to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I had never experienced that. Thank goodness. I don't think my brain would have coped as a participant, let alone trying to.
Yeah, my brain would have frazzled.
I know, right? So, yeah, and now, God, I think it's just in a really good place. I think there's always things to learn, things to improve on, and yeah, I think that one benefit from this whole COVID debacle, weird thing that's been going on recently, it's brought a lot of people closer together, even though it's through virtually, whether it be classes or whether it be jam sessions, or just you and I being able to do this just now, and like this is what, episode like 9, so that's great that's going on. And as I've said earlier, that the ZJs are kind of working more together across the world, because we need to work as one huge kind of global team, more so than we have ever done before, which is really exciting. So yeah, definitely it's progressed. I mean, even like the B1 it's been revamped. Yeah, there was more rhythms added to B2 a few years ago. Now we've got rhythms 3. Like, we're just always changing, always evolving. And I must say, if there's ZIN members out there, there was an email recently, about getting your
a new capsule, isn't it, or a program?
A potential new program.
Is it digital marketing? Digital marketing?
Yeah. That's another thing. Yes,
that's another thing. I'm talking about something else there.
No, there's like so much. So yeah, there's Virtual Pro. There's like a digital marketing thing coming out, which is great. But also there was an email. I can't remember when it was, but it was basically, I am so excited for this. It's like a potential new.
Oh, it's a new program. I know. Yeah. I know
like
about
some feedback and maybe like some taster classes.
We should get some classes next month. It would be 2 of them apparently in August.
Yeah, that's
so it'll be interesting. So yeah, they've been in the works for a bit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think just Zumba as a company, they're always working behind the scenes. They're always trying to make a better experience for ZIN members, because if the ZIN members are successful, then we go out and we take class, and then when your participants are successful, they come back to you, and then so it's all a nice working machine. Everybody's zooming through life, and they're all happy and brilliant. So
yeah, virtually for ZJs, it's been interesting. I know that not only classes can be stressful, but I mean through virtual, like through Zoom, etc. Jam sessions and trainings are interesting. But so Ria said virtual, it was a bit stressful.
Yeah, do you know, it is so exhausting. Like, we thought, this will be great, and you could do this and do that. But first of all, I mean, if you've taught virtually, you know the things that can go wrong, and a whole other things. And it's exhausting, because especially if you've not quite got, you just need to work a lot harder, right? Like, you need to. First of all, you've got all the kind of technical setup, but when you're physically dancing, in like a class, you can kind of see people better, and you're like, okay, they know this step, they've nailed it. I can step back a bit. Yeah, like in pro skills, you're an educator and you're a performer, and then you can step back a bit and then let everyone rock out. When you're teaching virtually, you've got to go at it like the full hour. So you've done the setup, you're teaching. It can be quite stressful and quite exhausting. But you know what? See, if people are still coming to classes and people are still wanting to take part in their Zumba class, then I'll do it. I think everybody, as instructors, as jammers, we're we're going to turn up and be there. So I just saw Sarah said, yeah, she can't wait to get
she
back.
absolutely can't wait to get back face to face. Yes, yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, if you want to leave us some questions below, that'd be great, and we'll start answering them. Let's have a look.
Q&A, this is so exciting. Put me on this.
Brilliant.
This is just like your time. Like, what do you want to find out?
Yeah, let's have a look. So, Jade says, how has your weekend been?
Oh, that's a question for you.
Fabulous. Oh, Adam, oh yeah.
How's your weekend been?
Our weekend, brilliant. Yeah, been good.
Yeah,
it's not been too bad. Jade, I think she's been on an R3 or an R2 session with Sandra Bayless this weekend.
Oh, fab.
Yeah,
fabulous.
Let's have a look.
Good.
Here.
So, but I've been jamming today. Yeah, I had a jam earlier today, and yesterday was another sunny day in Scotland. And when we get those sunny days, we grab them with both hands. And by that, I mean a little bit of adulting. And I was painting the gate and painting a railing. So yeah, not
lovely.
too
A railing as well. Wow.
I know.
Very exciting. Bless you. Let's have a look. Angie's asking. She says, "Are you doing any online jam sessions at the moment? Or well, you did one today. You know, have you got any in the future?"
Oh, great question. Yes, I actually. So I've got a salsa session on August 7th. I actually thought, I thought I would do a Friday because I've never done like a weekday or Friday before. So I thought, do you know what? It's virtual. I'm doing a Friday afternoon, Friday the 7th of August. And Sunday, the 9th of August, I am doing a jam with not just me. We've also got Lena Tellis.
Oh, bless you. You got two. Yep, three. Okay.
Flavio, Koyana. Oh, yes. Nikki.
Flavio, lovely.
Lena and Flavio, Sunday, August 9th. So that I am super excited about that. I've worked with Flavio a couple times before. He's awesome. I've been to Italy with him. He's been to Scotland a couple times. I actually, do you know when you get those memories on your phone and it like automatically makes little videos? There is one, I need to share it. It's like a memory of Flavio in Scotland, and I took him to we actually did a little dance in front of Edinburgh Castle, and we also did a dance in front of Leaning Tower of Pisa. But there's a picture of him with this little kilt on the Royal Mile. And
did he have a Italian tartan?
Oh yes, we could say it was the Italian tartan. It was the Scottish Italian fusion. Yes. So yeah, and then there's, because it makes memories of this person, there's some photos that he's there, and then it just chops me right out of the picture. It's just Flavio. But it's a really funny little video, so I'm just share that.
Actually, those Facebook what's the name, generated ones can be a bit funny. They're not quite precise, but they're okay.
I just love it. Some of them are so funny. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, and what else have I got? Yeah, I'm also doing a salsa session September 5th, I think it is. Yeah. So this is I've been quite busy actually. That's one, two, like 3 jams coming up quite soon. So yeah, if you have not got your salsa jam on, come and jam with me, or we've got Lena and Flavio. Or just anywhere, salsa jams, rhythm jams, session galore are amazing. So yeah.
Brilliant. So our next question is, do you prefer online classes or live ones?
Okay, so I would say that 100% live classes, the energy is amazing. You cannot, beat like live classes. But just let's keep it real. Yeah, like what I'm loving about ZIN, the ZIN studio is I could record a class and I can post it and I can repost it and I can repost it. Like that's just saving my body, So there's benefits to that, but it's definitely I totally much prefer seeing people, and because you just get the energy, you know what I mean? I just love it. So
no, that's brilliant. Is there a favorite salsa song? So what's your favorite salsa song?
Oh, great question. Oh my goodness. Do you know one that sprung to mind actually was called Yome Voi, and it's by Salsa Celtica. So again, I think I did it at the last ZIN Academy, and it was in London. It was like a Scottish salsa Highland fling thing. And do you know what's a hilarious story about that actually is we were at ZIN Academy, so it must have been 2017. I can't remember, the one that was in London before Manchester.
One of the London conference, January. It's February in
No,
conference.
it was like just as an academy, like it was like a 1 day thing.
Where was this? 2012?
No, it was like
2013. Oh, 17. Okay.
Do you know how we had like Manchester there, but then we didn't have academy for a year or two?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, it was
UK,
academy.
and it was just a day. I'm trying to think. It was probably ZIN Academy, wasn't it? That's what we've had.
Oh, did I say ZIN Day? Oh, I meant academy.
Yeah. ZIN days. Those are back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, no, ZIN Academy. What we're talking about, yeah, and it was because that was at the Troxy. Yes.
Troxy, yeah.
And then there was the Believe thing party after. Yes.
Yep.
So that was the last ZIN Academy, like before, obviously the most recent one. And I did it there because I thought, oh, how fun for it, like have a little Scottish Highland fling style salsa, take it to London. But before, the UK Zest team did a session, and I can't remember exactly what it was about, but I remember Sandra Harms talking about core steps and steps you'd use in choreography. And she said, because you just wouldn't put like a Highland fling in a salsa, just doesn't go.
And you're like, actually.
And then, like Nadia, like, ZJ says Nadia, turned and looked at me to be like, oh, because I knew that was like the song I was going to do. I said to Sandra, I was like, I couldn't believe you just said like, oh, that doesn't go. And then here I am with my like, salsa. It was just hilarious.
So, Ria asked you, where's the furthest you've travelled for a ZIN jam session?
Furthest has probably been, I think it's probably just been Italy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've been to Italy a couple of times, and I've been to Denmark a couple of times, which was awesome, with Mette and Anna Mette, awesome host.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Is that Studio 2000 or something, right?
Oh, I can't remember.
Cameron Norris. That's cool. The next question is, what's your favourite ZinCon memory? That's from Ria Martin.
ZinCon memory. Well, ZinCon is just amazing. Like, oh my goodness. I don't like your first time, or for my first time, I was just like, oh my God, like it's just so huge. There's just Zumba everywhere. There's just like loads of like, there's just some really big personalities, and like the first time for me anyway, I was just like, oh my God, like I'm just Nikii from Scotland.
Nikii from the block.
Yeah. But then you're like year two, I'm like, okay, I know how this goes. Like I'm ready for ZinCon. I was really, really lucky actually to myself and Nadia assisted Alessandro Belletti the first 2 years. And
I remember that. That was 2015, wasn't it?
2015 I think that you spot on. I think 2015 was my first ZinCon, and it was I've only ever been to ZinCon as a ZJ, which is really, really amazing, but really weird as well. I'm like, I wonder what it's like as a ZIN, because like you know, when we go, we've got like a ZJ meeting, and then if you try and we assist at sessions and things, and some you just got certain things you got to do, which is awesome. And then Roland Schmidt, if you've not jammed with him yet either, from Germany, awesome. We assisted him in year 3. So yeah, that's always great to be involved in that. But and the themed parties, like at night, oh my goodness, the last, like we had a toga thing. No, that wasn't the theme. It was like gold. I can't remember what the theme was, but basically a lot of people had togas on. That was really funny. Oh, what else? Because I went the first 15, 16 and 17. I was at ZinCon. I couldn't go 2018, 19, and then obviously we've not had 20. So I feel like I've missed missed out a little bit in the last
Don't
couple of
worry.
years.
You attended ZinCon Virtual 2020, right?
I did, of course I did. I attended Zinc Virtual and I've had like these little mini jams which have been amazing. But oh, why I can't remember. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you, Ria. But I remember,
Yeah.
like Ria will know. Like we have like our ZJ meeting every year, and that is just insane. Like in fact, we also have like a dinner. So we go.
Oh yeah,
There was.
dancing on tables and all sorts. I
Oh
heard
my
it.
God!
Heard
No,
all
we
about it.
don't.
Seen the pictures.
What? We don't dance on tables at all. What? We have to uphold the Zumba brand. What are you talking about? But oh yeah, it's great. Do you know? That was like the first time I was in Taverna Opa. I was in this little place in Orlando, and I just remember I was in my element. It was amazing because it's just like it's like they played Zumba music. So you've got Zumba music, and rather than just being like yourself, like, oh yeah, this is great. You've got about 200 people that are just like, yeah, this is great, and everyone
Party.
is giving it laldy. We've got napkins all over the place. We're dancing on the table. It was just amazing. I love it, and I miss it very much.
Okay, Ria's next question is: what was your favorite ZIN volume?
Actually, I was thinking about that recently because did you see on our UK ZJ team on Instagram we did some interviews and that was a question, and you know I meant to go and check the number because I couldn't remember. It was like 30, I'm sure it was 30 something, and you know I can't even remember the names of the songs, but I just remember it was awesome, and I remember using nearly all of the songs in my classes. You know, like because Zumba's great, they give us loads. The ZIN volumes are awesome, but you know, let's also keep it real. It's not every single one we use all this stuff. We get way more than I think we really ever need and that we'll use.
Don't say that. Okay,
oh, I know, no,
we appreciate it all.
I know we do, but I just because you get so much stuff. Like there's so much material that I've not used yet, and the one volume I was in the 30s, I think, and I used loads. My first ZIN volume was maybe 30. I remember it was like what's that song? Oh, I went.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Something about disco bailar.
Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to remember in my head.
And like that was another great. I love that.
Oh yeah, I remember. Dance all night. Don't 1, 2, 3 something. Yeah. Zumba. That was it. I remember now.
And there's like this hand chopping move.
Is it Ria Martin? She says Adam remembers everything.
I know you must do. You remember way more than me. I'm honestly like, what was the song? Where was Academy? What did we do?
I can't even remember the song. I remember the song obviously, but I can't remember the name, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. Ria's so awesome, but I have no idea what time it is where she is. But I love that she's here and she's asking loads of questions. I love Ria.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's lovely. Okay, so we have some what's that called? We have some results on the poll.
The poll.
We've got Ria says she likes ZIN 27.
Oh, Ria, so that must just be.
That may have been her first one. Actually, mine was 36 or 7. I think I joined. I didn't get it, but I had the pack, and then I went on the education store and bought 2 older volumes. How dedicated I was. I was like, buy everything.
That's so sweet. But no, I thought I'm sure. Maybe it was 29 or 30. I think this is my first one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
30. Yeah.
So we've got some results in Dewey for the poll.
Yes. So what's it called? The one from here. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to have a look and figure out. So give me a second.
Oh no, but I'll just keep talking. I'll just say
carry on. Yeah, definitely, please.
People
Heather Graham says hers was 27 too, but she loved 31.
Oh yeah. Oh, Heather Graham. Oh, Heather Graham is one of my roomies. The Sanford, we all shared. We took turns and who was sleeping together in the bed, and then we rotated who had to share. the bed in the Hyatt because that was awesome.
Bless you. What? Yeah. So what? You got a double, and someone had to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, so no. There was like two doubles. Like the Hyatt beds were huge, and there was two. So we would have like me and Heather might have the bed one night, and then Sam would have it the other, and then like Sam and Heather might have it the other night, and then I would stay. Then we'd all get a shot to sprawl.
Bless you.
We had to rotate every like third night. We could sprawl, because oh wow, do you need to sprawl? And the next day after the Zumba. The ZIN con the next day, your body and your feet, it's just, yeah. So Heather and Sam, yes, the roomies, and also, in fact, Leanne and Nat, we were roomies, they're from North. I remember, in fact, you could take your time with this poll, because I've remembered another story. Nat and Leanne, I remember my first ZIN con, again, I was travelling on my own. I was travelling from Glasgow, and I put on as like a little ZIN Facebook page. I was like, is anybody else going to ZINCon? Is anybody flying to Florida from Orlando, from Glasgow on this date? And Leanne got back to me. She's like, yeah, we're in Newcastle, but we're going to drive up to Glasgow for the flight. I'm like, oh, thank God, let's go together, because this is little Nikki, and if Betty's there, she'll be like, oh, my bairn, traveling to America on her own. That was like...
mothers are very precious about the little ones.
Yeah. I mean, when I went to Greece for my training, Betty was there. That was it.
I come with you. She probably... Any chance to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame her. I'll be at the restaurants, having a nice stroll, while you work your butt off. Yeah, sounds good.
Has some wine. Brilliant. Because that ZIN conference in 2012, that was the very first time my mum was on a plane on her life. Was to get to a Zumba event in London.
Yeah, so you flew down from where was it, Glasgow or Edinburgh?
So, Edinburgh for London, yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously she joined me because there was no way that I was in my late 20s. No way was I allowed to travel to Greece on my own.
No.
And
I'm not allowed to ride a bicycle even at my age.
So, and then I actually met Nat and Leanne on the plane because Leanne had some issue with her visa or something. So I didn't get to meet them in the airport. I hadn't met them before in my life, but again, the back to the black cab, you're like, you're ZIN members, you must be awesome. So I was messaging them, are you on the flight yet? What seat are you? So I go trotting up the plane and I see this Zumba t-shirt, I'm like, you must be Nat and Leanne and Nikki. Yeah. And that was us. The friendship was formed. You know how that goes. We've been friends ever since.
With Zumba, there are many friendships that have,
I love it.
Here, so from the two channels on Facebook, on my page is 66% no, and there's 34% yes. And the other one, it's an 80% yes. And 20% no. So it's an interesting one. Yeah, we had a few. I think we had a lot more votes on my profile. But yeah, so it's a mixed result. So it's interesting. Definitely.
Well, that is interesting for me because see all that. You 66%. You 66%. You gotta email me.
Yeah, exactly.
August 7th, August 9th, September 5th.
Definitely, you tell him.
Oh, fab.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. I was just gonna, so that's awesome. Okay, Nikki, do you want to introduce next week's guest? I hope this works out.
Yes, I absolutely will. And what's really funny is the picture behind me is from where our next ZIN member, you probably can't make it out what it is or where it is. So I will put you all over your misery right now and introduce ZIN member Sally Salama from Cairo in Egypt.
Yeah. Sally, she's a lovely lady, bless her. She's a former Asian of Zumba in Egypt. So yeah, should be interesting. Should be great. I look forward to her.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Bless you. Thank you so much for that, Nikki. You've been awesome. It's lovely chatting with you.
You too,
You know,
Adam.
you've been
Thank you
good
so
fun.
much for having
Bless
me.
you. Bless you. Thank you everyone for watching and participating in our discussions. Tune in next week with myself and Sally. Thanks again. It's a goodbye from Nikki
Bye.
and a goodbye from me. See you Sunday. Take care. Bye bye.